Today we're going to go over my LiquidSpring suspension system. This is going to be a 7,000 mile review. Now, just a quick overview. I have a 2020 Holiday Rambler Vacationer 35K gas coach. I do have the 4-corner 5-link LiquidSpring system on it. Also, I have the TRU-Earth leveling. So what we'll do, we'll go ahead and reset up the camera inside the coach and discuss this 7,000 mile review in detail. Okay, so my last video was the 400 mile review. Now that is after that I had the 4-corner system installed at LiquidSpring's headquarters in Lafayette, Indiana. Now that 400 mile review was driving home from Lafayette, Indiana to our home in Michigan. There again, 400 miles. That was my initial review and initial thoughts. Now here we're at 7,000 miles later. I also went back approximately when I had 2,000 miles on the system. Went back and had what they call the TRU-Earth leveling system installed. Now, I did a quick video on that. What that basically consisted of is a new driver's digital interface, new basically control unit, or what they call an ECM, and then new rate valves. There's 4 of them. And the rate valves, basically what they installed was a closed rate valve. So basically locks the fluid movement once you go into TRU-Earth leveling. And we'll go a little more in detail on that here in a few minutes. So here we're 7,000 miles later. What my thoughts are, they haven't actually changed. They've gotten better from my initial 400 mile review. 7,000 miles later, we've gone to, I'd have to say 12 or 13 different campgrounds since then, been all across the United States. And I have to say, the more I drive it with the LiquidSpring suspension, the more I enjoy it. Now, let's go over some, not really issues, but what you're going to have to realize once you get the TRU-Earth leveling system installed. And I'll give you a little closer review with the digital driver interface in a minute. But again, 7,000 miles, I'm extremely impressed. In one of my reviews, I said it was like driving originally before a LiquidSpring suspension. It was like driving a 26,000 pound box. Now it's like driving a large SUV. It is that much improved, and it is certainly every mile I put on it, I enjoy more and more. Now, just as a disclaimer, when I went back to LiquidSpring to have the new what they call TRU-Earth leveling system installed, I was the actual first production coach to get this system installed. Now, LiquidSprings had it installed for many months on their demo coaches, but I was the first customer install, and at the time, it was still being tested. So the hardware and the software was still being tested. I agreed to continue testing it with beta testing the software. The software wasn't 100% fully developed. I went into that with full knowledge of that, with the understanding I would give them data and feedback constantly with this new system, and I certainly did that. So once I had a couple of thousand miles, good few thousand miles on it, and a lot of almost daily interaction with LiquidSpring, not only in Lafayette, Indiana, but their software development team in California. So there again, like I said, almost daily conversations and emails with what I was experiencing issues. So let's go a little more into detail with that. I'm going to, there again, reposition the camera and go over the digital driver interface and some kind of cool features and some things that you're going to have to get used to when you, or if you have, the TRU-Earth leveling. So let's get the camera repositioned and we'll go from there. Okay, so a couple of things that you need to be aware of if you have the TRU-Earth leveling system. Number one, and there again, for me, it's not a hassle or an annoyance. It's just something you need to be aware of, and you're just going to have to get used to. But I will tell you this right now. I will take TRU-Earth leveling, the LiquidSpring TRU-Earth leveling, anytime over the hydraulic leveling system that the coach comes with, from the factory. And the reason is, number one, each corner levels independently. Number two, the span of control or the leveling range that TRU-Earth has over your hydraulic leveling jacks is superior, much greater. And also over the thousands of miles that I've been using this TRU-Earth leveling system, I find it to be much stable, much more stable than the hydraulic jacks, believe it or not. Number one, because your front struts are to the outside of the frame rails. The rear struts, the way they're orientated, are a little further out as well. So that's number one. Number two, there again, I discussed it earlier, the range of control. It can level far in a much more unlevel site or surface than the hydraulics could ever do, and achieve it within about 25 seconds. It is phenomenal. So a couple of things that you do need to be aware of. Number one, if you arrive to your campsite and of course the engine is hot, your front suspension is hot, rear suspension is hot, the silicone liquid in the system, like any liquid, when it expands or contracts with temperature, right? Either colder it will decrease, with higher temperature it will increase or expand or contract there again. So that you need to be aware of. What I will do when I originally get to a campsite, I'll go ahead and first level the coach with TRU-Earth, of course, and then take my slides out. And then about 4 to 5 hours later, I will go in and check to see if it has held level. If it hasn't, because of the liquid and your engine compartment and the front area mainly, because that gets the most heat, has cooled, you could have what we call your pitch, your front end pitch, go down just a little bit. Now there again, I've all the traveling and setting up that we have done over this, well, now that I've had the TRU-Earth leveling well over 4,000 miles with the TRU-Earth. I have 7,000 miles total with the suspension system. I've only seen the pitch be off 1 degree at the front. Rears have been very stable. The roll from side to side has been very stable. Let me just go over a couple of things. Your pitch is front to rear. Roll is side to side. So what I'll do at that point, if it happens to be off after the coach and the system is cooled down, to its ambient temperature. I'll go ahead, I won't even bring in the slides. The slides are out. I'll go ahead and re-level the coach. The re-leveling with the liquid springs is so smooth, you don't even know what's happening. So I'm not gonna spend the time because there's no jerky movement. It is so controlled and so smooth. There again, many times I don't even know the coach is re-leveling. The only way I know it is when I'm looking at the digital driver's interface, and we'll show you that in a minute to show you how it levels. It is a phenomenal system. The other issue, there again, like I said, I was field testing the hardware and beta testing the software, and I had prototype software system when we first started this. After I got done testing it, and of course, Lafayette did their testing on their coaches. They came out with the production software. They sent it to me. And this is what's nice about the new digital driver's interface and the new system is they can send you the files to you via email, and you can download them on a flash drive and then upload them to the to your system, to the digital driver's interface. And it's about a 3 to 4 minute process, and it's phenomenal. But this, like any testing, this is what happened to me, and it was not known to them at the time. They sent it to me. Now at home, I have a Mac computer, and they sent it to my email. I downloaded it onto a flash drive or a thumb drive from my Mac, and for some reason, ISO corrupted the files. There's two files. There's a text file and another program file that they send you. You download both those files onto your flash drive. But like I said, I downloaded it from my Mac, ISO, and both files were corrupted, unbeknownst to me and unbeknownst to LiquidSpring. So after we had found that out, I had downloaded it, and my system was inoperative. Luckily, I was here, in my storage garage, communicated immediately with LiquidSpring. Mainly at this time, I was communicating with their California software development location. We went over a couple of things, and come to find out, sure enough, I was right. One of their employees had a Mac. They did the same thing, and the same thing happened. It was corrupted files. So they overnighted me new software from their PCs, which is, now there again, I'm not very illiterate in the files and all that, but they downloaded it from their Microsoft systems from, I believe, at Dell, and overnighted me the software. And guess what? Within 2 minutes, it downloaded fine. My system was it's been absolutely perfect ever since. So now to the recording of this video, we are late July, and they're still working to try to get those bugs out on the ISO or the Apple side, right? With the Microsoft side, if you're using a Dell, HP, to download the software onto the thumb drive, you're going to be just fine. Just the Apple ISO has a problem. So just be aware of that. And if you can have that email sent to a computer that's a Microsoft system, you're going to be fine, with no problem at all. So that's just a little heads up. And there again, once it was installed, I have not had a problem since. Like I said, I probably have a good 4,000 miles now that I have the productions software on it, and it's been just flawless. So let me reposition the camera once again, and we'll kind of go over the digital driver interface one more time. Okay, so this is the digital driver interface. On one of my last videos, we kind of went over this. So right now I have it in TRU-Earth. We're going to turn the ignition on. Hopefully you can see that. And you can see that's what the TRU-Earth leveling looks like. Let that focus in there. You can see the roll is 0, the pitch is 0. So let's, what I'm going to do, I am going to take it out. Now I have my slides out. So I'm going to take it out of TRU-Earth and then put it back into, then go back into leveling and put it into TRU-Earth just to show you how it works here. And let me kind of go over real quick, show you. This is what all you need if there happens to be a software update or a new feature update, because new features can be added to this new system. It's just basically once they send you the files, you download them onto this flash drive or thumb drive, and then you upload them right here to the digital driver's interface. So let's go ahead and take it out. We're going to exit from TRU-Earth. Now you can see the pressure is equalizing, and you can't tell it. I can't tell it, but the coach is moving. Now, if you can see that, you can see the roll is off a little bit. It's going to kind of go back and forth until it gets to what they call the normal ride height. I don't know if you can hear it, but you can, the hydraulic pump is running. Now, so the roll it's in the green, but it's 0.1 degree. And then, of course, you can see the pitch is off. It's going back and forth from 0.6 to 0.7. So now let's go into TRU-Earth again. Don't know if you can hear it, but the pump is running. You certainly can't feel it. And boom. Yeah, so what was that? Probably 18, 20 seconds, if that. That is a very, very cool feature. Now you can see that the left front was, what that means, it says 75%. That's 75% of the strut travel has been used. On the right front, same thing, 75%. Now the right rear and left rear, you can see right rear is 32, left rear is 30. That is 30% of the strut travel is being used. So also what I've noticed and I've started doing, before I go into TRU-Earth leveling, I lower my suspension all the way down to the bump stop, and then I go ahead and hit TRU-Earth and have it level. And that seems to keep the coach just a little bit lower than if you were to level off your normal ride height. Now there's some ongoing discussions, you know, what is the best? We're going to find out here, you know, within the next couple of months, but that's my preference. You may have a different preference, but it seems to work and keep the coach just a little lower when I start my TRU-Earth leveling when the coach is at this lowest position. Now there again, if I can leave my coach here in storage on TRU-Earth, and it will stay like this for weeks and weeks without any movement. After the system is cooled down to its ambient temperature, yeah, it's not going to move. There again, like I said a little bit ago, you will, once you get to your campsite and you've leveled, go ahead and check it, 3 or 4 hours later, and to see if you have to re-level again. In most cases, you probably will have to, but there again, you're not going to have to, at least I haven't put in my slides or anything like that. It's just been a very quick re-level, and it's done. So anyways, let's wrap this up, and we'll do another review probably when I get 10 to 15,000 miles on it. Okay, we're going to call this a wrap of my LiquidSpring 7,000 mile review and an overview, my thoughts, and my initial opinion with the TRU-Earth leveling system. So if you haven't seen my other videos on the LiquidSpring, on the install and my first 400-mile impression, go back and take a look at those, and then also some of my other videos. As always, give me a thumbs up if you like. Any questions that I can answer, feel free, put them in the comments section, and I'd be glad to answer them. If I don't have an answer for you right away, I guarantee you I'll get you an answer. Until the next time, safe travels and enjoy your journey.